So that's be an oil change on a 2012 Suzuki SX4. Go ahead and release the oil cap here to release some pressure when you get the oil out in the bottom. Now find the oil release bolt. This is the passenger side of the car. It'll come under here, and it is right here. And this is a 14 millimeter. Now you drain out the oil. Into your oil pan. Okay, now we're back at the underneath the hood of the car. This is your exhaust manifold. The oil filter is that black guy right there. So we'll unscrew that one. Now with this model, the oil drain is close enough to the oil filter where you can kind of get average size pan underneath both of them. I have already loosened the top of the oil filter. So now I'm gonna go ahead and loosen the rest from the top, and I'm gonna go ahead and put some paper towel padding underneath the filter, which I don't know if you can see that little black shadow. That's the oil filter, which I'm gonna get. So we'll come back to the top of the hood, underneath the hood. So that's the oil filter. That's the paper towels to try to prevent any mess once it leaks on the bottom. You are actually able to pull the filter out from this angle. It's a little bit tight, but it is doable as long as the filter is the correct size filter. And like I said, the filter can be removed from the top here. It is tight, and kind of face it upwards so you can try to prevent any more oil from spilling. Now we'll be replacing with a Bosch 3325 filter. That's just what I got off Amazon. It was pretty cheap. Before that I was using a Canon, or not a Canon, Fram. And the oil I'll be using this time is STP 5W30. It's actually pretty cheap at AutoZone. It was cheaper than what I normally use, the Castrol synthetic blend 5W30. When installing the new filter, just remember to lubricate the rubber ring around with some of the used or new oil. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it's lubricated really well. Now you just want to screw on the new oil filter. Just want to get it hand tight. I'll get in there with kind of a rubber type of glove and get it just tight enough. Now I'll place back the 14 millimeter oil drain bolt back in place and tighten it up. There is a torque specification, but I just kind of hand tied it to where I know it's not going to drip. And just to clarify, when I mean hand tight, I do mean with a wrench, of course. Now you can see that new Bosch oil filter is replaced back in there. What I'm doing now is just cleaning around the site for any excess oil that had spilled so it doesn't drip anywhere on the ground. So the Suzuki SX4 requires a 5W30 oil, which I have right here, and the capacity is 4.8 quarts, which this is a 5-quart jug, so it's going to be almost the whole thing. What I do usually is go about 4, start the car, let the engine run a little bit, and then from there just adjust how much oil you need. And now with the engine running, just check for any leaks coming from the filter or the plug itself. And it looks like this one's good. So now we're just gonna add oil till we get the dipstick to about the mid-range. This model is kind of weird on the dipstick. It looks like the one side of the dipstick will be at medium range, the other side is going to be at full. So as long as you get in between there, you should be good.